Welcome back to the Boneyard Podcast, everybody. This is your host, Jared Sheffield, along with my good friend,
Artemis Brower.
We're coming to you this week with episode 247. Holy shnikes.
247. We almost at 250, man.
247 episodes. I mean, honestly, we probably recorded a total of like 255 because there in the beginning we did some extra episodes that we didn't even count as episodes.
That is true. I forgot about that. Yeah.
247 episodes. Yeah. Closing in on 250.
We'll mess around and become the Simpsons out here.
Yeah, I mean, Simpsons. I feel like South Park's got a lot.
Talk about the Family Guy.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
What's your favorite adult cartoon?
I mean, I've got a very crude, dry sense of humor. So fine. South Park, I love South Park.
See, I never got into it. I never really got into it.
But now I can watch a few episodes of South Park and be done with it. Family Guy is one of those where I can it can just be on in the background for hours and hours and hours, and I can look and be like, oh, that's funny, and then keep going about vacuuming my carpet or whatever. I honestly have never liked Simpsons. I'm not a Simpsons guy. I don't like the Simpsons.
I can do Simpsons in short, kind of like you with South Park. I'm not going to put on South Park. Like I'm not going out to. I'm not seeking out. No judgment to those who do. Right. It's just.
Am I sitting as a 30-year-old man? Am I sitting around just watching South Park? No, I'm not. This is more like high school, college already. But
sitting around watching South Park, drinking beer and eating a bunch of snack food.
Right.
Yeah. No. I would say Family Guy. I like American Dad.
Ooh, I forgot about American Dad. I do like American Dad. That's a good one.
American Dad.
Futurama back in the day, I would watch that.
Now, don't catch me with King of the Hill on.
That one too. That was my dad's favorite. My dad was going to watch King of the Hill.
I think that's everybody's dad's favorite. Like
my dad loved King of the Hill.
Damn, Bobby.
I think that reminded him of his childhood, so that's probably why he loved King of the Hill.
Sell the finest propane. No, good stuff. It's one of those things that I like to. Yeah, I like to throw it on in the background.
Yeah,
I'm not going to seek it out, but
right. You're not just going to sit and just watch it straight, binge watch. American Dad or King of the Hill for 3 or 4 hours.
Well, while we're on the favorite sitcom.
Ooh. Favorite sitcom for me personally is between the Bernie Mac Show.
Good one.
And My Wife and Kids. That would probably be my two personal favorites growing up.
I used to watch the Bernie Mac Show almost religiously. I think it was on like during the 4 o'clock hour.
We've lost a younger crowd, by the way. They have no idea what they're
doing. Yeah, they're gone. They're gone. Bernie Mac. I'd watch the Bernie Mac Show after school. I remember that.
Yeah.
Now I see. I love me some Friends.
Friends is good. Now I can't. I'm gonna be honest with you. After about 2 to 3 episodes of Friends, I'm done. I can't do no more than about 2 episodes. I'm like, okay, I've got my fix. But it's a good show.
And then, I mean, the Office holds a special place in my heart.
Everyone likes The Office. If you don't like The Office, you just don't like comedy. You're just not a fun person to be around.
How do you feel about How I Met Your Mother?
Oh, we binge watched that in college. Me, John, and Kyle binge watched that entire series.
Because I had already seen it when y'all were watching it.
Yeah.
I binge watched it when I had my concussion from flag football. Because everybody gets a concussion playing flag football at ECU.
Yeah, exactly. Very context.
Dude thought he could throw a swim move around me. I was like, dude, chill out. We're playing B-side.
B-side flag football.
Caught me right in the nose, just out like a light. All right, Artie, episode 247.
Yes.
You have a 47?
I do have a 47 for this week. You know, we're talking DBs, defensive backs, corners, and safeties this week, so why not bring up a legendary corner? None other than one Mel Blount, Hall of Fame cornerback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, was a prominent figure in their still curtain defense of the 70s, won 4 Super Bowls with the Steelers, 2-time All-Pro, and 1975 AP Defensive Player of the Year. So, yeah, my 47 for the week, Mel Blount, legendary corner, Pittsburgh Steelers.
I have a feeling I've already done mine, but I'm going to do it again. And I don't really care. Tom Glavine. I mean,
yeah, I feel like I've heard
just Hall of Famer, 2-time Cy Young Award winner, 10-time All-Star, 1995 World Series champion with your Atlanta Braves. Part of the big three, Smoltz, Glavine, and Maddox. World Series MVP. I mean, pitched with the Braves and the Mets. I mean, 305 wins, 203 losses, 3.54 ERA. I mean, just all around, like, when I think of 90s and 2000s Braves baseball, I think Chipper, Andrew, Glavine, Smoltz, Maddox, and Julio Franco, Marcus Childs, Rafael Furcal. Those are my guys. Some sad news though with Ozzy Osbourne passing away today. Chipper Jones.
Oh yeah.
Crazy. Chipper Jones's walk-up song his whole career was Crazy Train. So
R.I.P. to
the as soon as I saw that news, that's immediately where my mind went, was Chipper Jones. All right, Artie. Episode 247. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
A lot to talk about. Let's see. We've got. We're going to kick it off with ECU. If you haven't noticed, go check out the website. ECU Athletics has a new look. Still working out some kinks.
It's definitely working out the kinks. It's got a bunch of kinks and knots and whatever. It's got to work out.
My background is in digital marketing, advertising, and web content. And I took a look at it and I can see the structure and where they're going. But there's definitely some work that is still to be done. So yeah, they got a new partner to do that. They've partnered now with Sidearm Sports, which is the nation's leading collegiate athletics website provider. I feel like, I mean, there's like 3 or 4 providers, and you look at any college athletics website and they all look the same. They are all the same, which is, I mean, that's the point. Yeah. But
yeah,
you know, I don't know. I
just don't roll out the finished product until it's the actual finished product. Because what I saw earlier is like, all right, come on now.
My guess, and this is a peek behind the curtain, Artie. They were like, "Oh crap, our contract's coming to an end. If we don't do this now, like we're gonna go dark. Our website's probably gonna go dark." Mm-hmm. That's, at least in my web world, that's what was probably happening. They changed providers, they ended their contract, or their contract ended, and they needed to get their new contract up and running. They probably had it all signed, but for whatever reason, it wasn't fully fledged out. But if they're using another like provider that does this. It's all templatized. All it is changing out links.
Right.
So it shouldn't be that hard to build. It really shouldn't. So give it some time. Hopefully right now what we're seeing is not the finished product. All right, Artie, some baseball news. Two guys from ECU drafted. Ethan Young, the pitcher, went in the 5th round, 150th overall to the St. Louis Cardinals, signed a $630,000 contract, which is about $160,000 over that draft slot value. So Ethan Young got paid. And then Dixon Williams went in the 4th round to the Atlanta Braves. Chop on, baby. Let's go. Hopefully he has a longer career than the last guy drafted by the Braves out at ECU.
Which was?
I think it was Bryson Worrell, I believe. And I'm pretty sure that he's retired now. But I may be wrong. I'm not one of those guys that keeps up with the farm system as well. But hey, when the Rome Emperors come to Winston-Salem next year, lot of ECU guys playing in the Carolina League. A lot of ECU guys.
Makes sense.
I mean, Josh Moylan is playing in that league. Amac is in the league. He's here in Winston. Hit a bomb yesterday. But Dixon Williams signed his draft contract worth $497,000, $49,750 for Dixon Williams. And then Bryant Packard has been named to the position of Director of Player Development for ECU. He was a graduate assistant with ECU's baseball team the last 2 years. So an ECU kid, a Greenville kid, staying and joining Cliff Godwin's staff. Always good to see that. Artie,
yes,
some unfortunate news.
Yeah,
came out, I guess, Monday morning, Sunday afternoon. 3 ECU athletes were arrested on, what was it, Sunday night or Sunday morning? Josh, do you know the exact time frame? I think it was 6 a.m. whenever it happened.
I believe Sunday morning.
Firing, what was it? Unlawful discharge of a firearm in city limits. So can't be doing that. The 3 guys were Brock Spalding, Jackson Lampley, and William Carr. They've been charged with discharging a firearm within city limits. Spalding also faces charges for resisting, delaying, and obstructing a public officer. JD, sorry. Jeez. Good catch. Good catch, Josh. JD Lampley, William Carr. Brock Spalding also getting the extra charge of delaying and obstructing a public officer.
Yep.
Artie, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're not going to sit here and indict anybody, but this is, you got to be smarter. You got to be smart. You can't be out here shooting off firearms within city limits or doing anything of that nature. We don't know the full details of why they were doing it, if they were under the influence of anything or what was going on. I've definitely gone out shooting with the fellas just at whim, but it wasn't in city limits. It was in the woods, in the middle of nowhere, with nobody around us, just shooting the shit, quite literally. So got to be smarter than that. Can't be doing this. Again, I'm sure more details will come to light, but you've got an entire future ahead of you. You got a whole season on the line. This is just, to me, it's idiotic behavior, and you got to be smarter than that. And you got to have people in your corner too that are saying, "Hey, like, let's not do this. Let's pull this together." So,
Yeah. I like you said, I'm not here to cast stones, right? We're not here to publicly shame. We're just reporting on it, on what happened. I'm born and raised Lexington, North Carolina, Davidson County. I'm all about shooting some firearms, shooting some guns. But you got to do it in a safe and lawful manner. I don't really have much to say other than, hey, like, they know what they did. They know that what they did was wrong. We don't know if alcohol was involved. I suspect it may have been. I mean, at 6 o'clock in the morning in Tar River,
early Sunday morning incident. You got to try to put two and two together. I'm highly.
But like, allegedly, all this is allegedly. But ECU's aware of it. All three have been suspended from the program. I saw people talking. Do we think that they're going to be reinstated by week 1? Because, I mean, we're all thinking it. I need JD Lampley back in there. That's a guy that I need to be playing as many snaps as possible.
I think first half suspension. Or I mean, even if, I mean, maybe Brock gets the first half and the other two with the one charge get the first quarter. But also, like, you know, a delay of them being reacclimated into the
Right.
practices kind of thing. So like they're already not gonna be looked at by the team as the starter for that position anyways, because they're, you know, you handle them off to the side, right? For those first few days, you incorporate and make them catch up later on. That's how I see it.
Because there's got to be some sort of learning curve here, right? Like it has to be known that, okay, you made a mistake. Obviously, you can learn from the mistake. It wasn't so egregious to the point where, you know, you're getting kicked off the team or getting actually, you know, charges pressed against you. But you got to learn from this, and you got to grow, and you got to get better. And there's got to be some sort of repercussion for the actions. So
I saw a crazy stat. I believe the University of Georgia has had 26 arrests.
Oh, it's absurd. Yeah,
and they've had more arrests than they've had losses in the last like 5 years.
Yeah,
a lot
for sure.
And if you remember the days of like some of those Ruffin McNeil days, I felt like you turned around, someone was getting arrested. We always look at those days as
Ruffins letting the boys have fun.
We always look at those days as hey, like, I mean, 10-win season. Well, I mean,
hey, look, it's all about the kind of dog you recruit. Hey, some dogs, you know, they're gonna be a dog every day.
Right? Yeah.
Other dogs can turn it off. I mean,
oh man. I mean, these three guys get suspended. They're arrested. They come back. They ball out. Brock returns a kickoff for a touchdown
to start the second half.
I mean, charges dropped.
Also, I just want to note, I do apologize, Jared. I copied and pasted that wording for the names from WITN, a reputable news source, and it did say Jackson. And so when you said that, I was like,
"Is that what?" When I said it, I was just reading it.
I know, like, yeah. I could tell, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, where'd Jackson come from?" No, WITN.
Good job, WITN.
Said, Jackson.
Shout out WITN.
Well, that is that his legal name, Jackson?
I don't know. Nobody know. No, his name by all accounts It's JD.
JD. Yeah. But
It's probably his legal name. But no, I was just reading it and I was like, I didn't even think about it until I saw you in there typing, and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
We run a high dollar production here. But no, look. If somebody's getting arrested but we're winning, it's probably the worst stance to have. I don't give a shit. Just don't kill somebody. Just don't kill somebody.
It depends.
You can't be Aaron Hernandez out here.
They did. We're not promoting criminal activity or violence out here.
I mean, come on. Who hasn't fired? Who hasn't gone out and shot their gun at 6 o'clock in the morning?
No, I literally just said I've shot multiple times. Literally gone out in the middle of the woods, nobody around. We just out there shooting.
Already
on rounds.
Shall not be infringed. The right to bear arms shall not be infringed.
But you can't do it in city limits. You can't do it around people. You can't that's what I'm saying.
Look, if you want a story about firing a gun in city limits, I got one for you off air. Off the record, I got one for you. It wasn't me. Hand up.
I don't know if I know this story.
It was not me. Artie, I'll tell y'all. I'll tell y'all after we record. But no, they all posted $1,000 bond. I think they both. I think Lampley and Spalding both play first half. I think they'll be fine.
Now I will say, the last thing I'll say about it, as far as Brock kind of resisting or being disorderly, that's another thing. Like that can lead to worse than what it needs to be, right? If when a police officer comes up to you and he's telling you to do something, just do it. Just shut up. Just do it. Your life could be in danger. Don't be disorderly. Don't be talking back. Don't be trying to talk back to someone with a baton and a gun and a taser. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. Can't do that, especially when you know that you messed up.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna do some position previews. We're gonna start off tonight with the wide receiver position. Deep group here.
Yeah, I looked at it and I was like, "Is this right? This is a lot of receivers."
I mean, you've got some depth, and you got some ballers too.
Yeah.
I mean, that first 4 or 5 that we got listed, I mean, can't go wrong. We'll start off the sophomore, Yannick Smith. He his physical presence made he really came into his own last year. Like later in the season, we all know Chase Sowell, the injury was nagging, and it gave him an opportunity. And guess what? He took it.
Took it around with
Yannick Smith is the most probable reason for Chase Sowell not being at ECU this year. I get he was probably looking elsewhere anyways.
Well, yeah, I think Chase Sowell was looking.
But he lost his job to Yannick Smith.
He didn't lose. No, he did not lose. Chase Sowell did not lose his job. Chase Sowell would be right back here starting day one if he wanted it. Come on.
He'd be starting, but I don't think he's the 1 or 2 this year. In his graduate year, he's not the 1 or 2.
I don't know. Now you say that, and he goes to Iowa State and has over 1,000 yards receiving.
I don't see that. Great guy. Yeah. I don't see it.
But he's not here anymore. So
Yannick, we all remember the fadeaway on Navy. The fadeaway heard around the world. Still one of the coldest things that I've ever seen on a football field.
that play right there let me know. Okay, we got something in this true freshman. That and I think we were all texting in the group chat when that happened too. Like, oh,
like
we got something. This is something special. If he can make those kind of plays on a consistent level, yeah, we got something special.
But no, when he shot that ball at the Navy guy, I'll never forget that. That was can't do that, but all time great clip. Caught 25 passes last year for 434 yards, 17.4 yards per catch, and 3 touchdowns. And he really kind of solidified his spot, if I remember correctly, that North Texas game, that game where ECU just came out firing. My games are getting mixed up. Were we down?
I think you're right with North Texas.
But I know he balled out. Last 4 games of 2024, he had 17 receptions. So those last 4 games, 17 receptions for 296 yards. A bulk of his action came in those last 4 games of the season. Right? And hey, this is a guy that you're going to have as part of your roster for hopefully 3 more years. Let's go ahead and make sure that we're giving him the 1s and 2s. Anything else on Yannick before we move to the other Smith?
No, like I was just gonna say, like that's and I said this a few weeks ago. Yannick is the catalyst for me in that wide receiver room. I expect Anthony Smith obviously to be the solid, solidified number 1. It could be Yannick, honestly, if we wanted to be. But like to me, you got to have that tandem. It can't just be one superstar with a it can't be Gladys Knight and the Pips. Like it's got to be someone else that is also contributing to that, taking some of that pressure off of Anthony Smith. Yannick to me is the catalyst, and I think he will be that.
And then Anthony Smith, he'll continue to be that deep threat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of speed on the outside for ECU. A lot of I saw something out. ECU posted like having players in the top like 10%, like 6 players in the top 10% in top speed from Catapult earlier this week. Like it's insane. The fact that these guys are topping like 22 miles an hour and like on sustained runs, it's impressive. Anthony Smith and Jaquays Petaway are going to be the guys that really like have that speed. Those 2 guys are lightning fast. They're going to give Caden Hauser tons of potential targets downfield. But Anthony Smith is probably my lead guy on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, first team All AAC, I guess American now, by Athlon Sports and Phil Steele magazine. So Anthony, consensus, the guy.
Yeah. I mean, 41 passes caught last year for just under 800 yards, 799. 19.5 yards per catch with 6 touchdowns. Hauled down at least 1 pass in 11 of 13 games, multiple in 11 games. Not bad. So I mean, every game he caught a pass, he caught multiple.
And that connection is only going to get better between him and Hauser, right? Second year in the system, that kind of chemistry that they got. If he can just drop bombs over Baghdad, the way that they were starting to do last year, it's going to be beautiful to see.
I'm calling it right now. Second play of the game, ECU on offense. Downfield, 45 plus, Tutty.
Okay.
Calling it. Calling my shot. Calling my shot. Don't clip that.
Okay. No, Josh, you got to clip that.
Clip it, and when it happens, put it out then. Put a time stamp on it. You know that's what JDB wants to do.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I would love to see it. Yeah.
They're gonna look for an explosive play Carter Finley.
Shot Carter Finley.
If you can put an explosive, and the fact Anthony Smith going back to Raleigh, going back to Carter Finley, and doing that on him, chef's kiss. I would love that. I would love not
just him having a big day regardless in Carter Finley. Like him, him going for like 8 to 9 receptions, a $115 and a tutty. Like just having a monster day.
Yeah. It's going to be fantastic. I would love to see that. Brock Spalding, the guy we were talking about earlier, that one of the guys that was arrested earlier, played in 152 snaps, 96 on offense, 56 on special teams, caught 5 passes for 71 yards. I think last year, and I think that was one of my hot takes going into the season, that I thought Brock Spalding was going to have a breakout year.
Yeah, I remember that.
It didn't happen. I think that his role is going to be mostly special teams, kick returns.
Yeah.
He'll get in on some offensive snaps, but I don't see him being a key part in the offense. And that's nothing against him. It's just this wide receiver room is so deep right now.
Yeah, for me, what I want to see out of Brock is a return touchdown. I need Brock to just be the return specialist. Obviously, be that third or fourth guy in the receiver room. Have your moments at time. Hell, have more than a moment at time. Step up and be a stud. But if we could get some quality returns out of Brock, a punt return touchdown, a kick return touchdown, that's what I want to see out of Brock Spalding this year. Short fields because of Brock Spalding.
Who we got next? Oh, the Oklahoma transfer. Jaquays Pettaway. My go-to year 2 in the college football dynasty. Had to be. Josh, I see you laughing. Why are you laughing? Come on in.
I had forgot that the new game came out and that these players are on our team now. So yeah, that'd be fun. I need to go grab that. I need to grab that.
I'm honestly surprised you don't have it.
Yeah, I am too. I typically would pre-order, but I just never thought about it.
I bought it. I picked it up a day late. That's how I'll say. I know they're fixing some bugs. Some of these quarterbacks in this game are just you should. I don't know. It's like I feel like you can't defend on. I'll get someone behind the sticks and it's like 3rd and 17, and every damn time they throw it to the sticks and they get the first down. I'm like, come on, dude. I did just sign the number 1 recruit in this year's recruiting class. So there's that. But no, played in, I believe, 11 games last year for Oklahoma, making 1 start in the Red River rivalry against Texas. 5 catches for 87 yards. Had 79 yards against Tennessee with a long of 46. Not bad. But the speed. He'll probably be the slot.
Yeah, didn't find a lot of room there in that Oklahoma receiver room last year, which wasn't really a good offense, to be completely honest with you. Didn't do too much. But just at least having that experience, being in a program like that, coming in and hopefully being, like you said, that slot guy. Would have liked to have seen a little bit more production, but we'll see how it works out for us.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna move along. We're gonna skip ahead a little bit. We're gonna go to the DB room. How's that, Josh? You good with that? Starting off, a guy that it's not in the same order. Okay. we're going to start off Jordy Lowry, the WCU transfer. He'll likely be a key piece of this DB room for ECU. Second team, All-American. That's going to be weird to say. What are we going to say for that?
Yeah. Second team All-American. That's just no.
It's back to all conference. It's just all conference.
Second team all conference. Jesus, I'm gonna be struggling with that. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna struggle to remember that. Come on, Tim. No, name second team all American conference. All conference by Phil Still, third team by Athlon. Garnered AP, second team in FCS football, Central third team, All-America, accolades in 2024, appeared in 23 games, making 51 stops, 33 solo tackles, registered 2.5 tackles for loss for 7 total yards, picked off 6 passes for 133 yards and 1 touchdown.
Wow.
9 pass breakups and recorded at least 1 tackle in 14 of 23 games. 12 times he had multiple tackles. So yeah, it's gonna be a big piece of the DB room.
Now, see, that's the kind of production I'm trying to see out of a transfer. But albeit he came from Western Carolina, so I know that's kind of. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I've ever watched a down of Western Carolina football. Couldn't tell you.
The Catamounts came to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, I want to say 2015, 14, 16. What Josh, I don't know what you're showing.
16.
I knew it was when we were in school. I couldn't remember what year.
Yep,
20
16.
I'm trying to think of who we played.
2014 was Central.
What
2015 was Towson.
I remember Towson. That game, I'll never forget the hit. I don't know who laid it or who got hit, but it was one of the first times and really the only time I heard all of Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium collectively at the same time just go boom. This guy got his head knocked off for Towson. It was one of the biggest hits I have seen in college football. Maybe ever, like live. And I think it was the quarterback got absolutely run. And the whole crowd was anticipating it, and it was in unison, boom, from the crowd. Anyways, go on. Western, 2016. That was okay.
We played Western and NC State.
We did.
Lost to South Carolina on the road, I believe.
Yeah, that was we started and
should have been 3-0. Okay.
Yeah.
Who else?
We started 3-1. I can't remember who. Did we beat BYU that year?
No.
We definitely
No, we didn't.
We didn't go on the road. No, that was the next year. That was the next year.
That was the year we lost to BYU that year, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
26 because we started out 2-0 with a win over Western and a win over NC State. Lost at South Carolina. That was the game Artie and I were there.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh, geez. Here we go. I want to say, was it Marshall?
At Virginia Tech.
At Virginia Tech.
Big loss, 54-17.
And that South Carolina loss, because those were the first game. That was the first season of Scotty Montgomery.
Right.
And everybody forgets Scotty Montgomery started 2-0 with a win over NC State.
We thought we had our guy, bro. We were like, yo, we're back. Like we are all the way back.
This was a crazy time.
And then, in that game, people were coming in when we were in Columbia. People were coming up to Artie and I the entire night because we were still wearing our ECU stuff. people were coming. Y'all should have beat us. Like, we are not happy about that win. Like, we should have lost that game. ECU lost, I believe, 15-10.
2015.
Was it? I knew it was a 5-point loss. I couldn't remember if it was 15-10 or 20-15. Okay, still, and I believe they had a chance to win there at the end.
Yes.
Did ECU have a pick six in that game?
I don't remember.
I don't know. Artie and I were up in the nosebleeds, so
we was way up there in the nosebleeds.
I was probably lightheaded.
Points, so
no.
Good times though.
I'm trying to think like all the team, like going back and thinking through all the teams that we played non-conference in our time there. We don't have time for that. I remember first year Old Dominion was our first game.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember Old Dominion freshman year. And I remember Vautech a few times, Carolina State.
Virginia Tech was Family Day freshman year. I remember that. Oh, well. All right. Back to the DBs. I don't know. How do we even get on that? Oh, you said you haven't watched the Western Carolina game.
Yeah. But shout out
been terrible.
Expecting him to come in and do big things.
Haven't been terrible. Key Kroll, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Indianapolis transfer. He'll see time. Probably won't be the starter early. Appeared in 12 games, making 51 tackles, 40 solo, picked off 5 passes, and credited with 4 pass breakups. Earned first team all GLVC honors. Chance Graves, Richmond transfer, a lot of FCS transfers coming in. Probably will see time or may see time as a starter this year, depending on like what looks they want to give. Appeared in 35 games last year, tallied 52 tackles and registered 2 tackles for loss, 7 pass breakups, and 3 fumble recoveries. Need that.
Yes.
Tymere Brown goes into his 3rd season with ECU. He's got 2 years of eligibility left. Likely to be in the 2 deep again this season. That he's a transfer from Carolina, if you remember. And then the stud.
Yeah.
Jamarly Riddle. This guy is a guy that we really need to like continue what he was doing last year. And as a true freshman, right? It's going to be very important for him to continue on what he was building. I mean, he could have gone anywhere. He very well could have gone just about anywhere he wanted to last year in the transfer portal, but decided to come back. He'll start at corner unless anybody dethrones him. Played in all 13 games, making 6 starts as a true freshman last year. 640 total snaps, 555 on defense, 85 on special teams, 64 tackles, 27 solo, 3.5 tackles for loss for 7 yards. Picked off 3 passes for 63 yards, 4 pass breakups, which was tied for second on the team. Recorded at least 1 tackle in all 13 games, multiple tackles in 11 games. First career start was against Temple, where he tallied 3 stops, 2 solos with 2 interceptions for 55 yards and a touchdown. And Excel.
So, I mean, basically, he's got to be the anchor in a DB room at this point. That's unproven, right? He's got to come in and be that constant, especially at the beginning of the season where a lot of these guys are trying to find their footing. We're probably trying to mix and match some guys, trying to see what fits. And he's going to have to be that one constant, that one anchor, which I know he can be and he probably will be. But yeah, expecting big things out of Jamarly Riddle to pick up off that momentum he had last year.
100%. Next, our guy, the tatted short king. I say short. I think he's the same height as me. Tegan Wilt, I mean, coming back, went to Houston for a year.
Yeah.
I think the how do I say this? The change in coaching staff really helped bring him back to ECU. He was hurt, had a neck injury during his time at ECU. Left, went to Houston. Now he's back. I don't know that he'll start, but he's definitely going to be in that two deep. Graduate student with 1 year of eligibility remaining. Yeah, like I said, transferred back from Houston. When he was at ECU, he earned 2 varsity letters in 2020 and 2023, appearing in 38 games, making 13 starts, and then booked 100 tackles, 64 solo, to go along with 6.5 tackles for loss, 15 yards, and half a sack for 4 yards. Registered at least 1 stop in 32 of his 38 games, multiple in 21 games, forced 3 fumbles, picked off 2 career passes, returning them for a total of 6 yards. Credited with 8 pass breakups and 1 quarterback hurry. Look, Tegan's our guy.
Yeah.
I love having Tegan Wilk back.
Yeah, look,
and for nothing else, the vibe.
Yeah, no. Tegan is a whole vibe for sure. I mean, absolutely friend of the podcast. Sometimes you find out that the grass is not green on the other side.
I don't even think it was that. That wasn't part of it. Already,
you think it was just coaching staff? You think it was just fit? Talk to me.
I don't know how much I can say, but things didn't align with him in Mike Houston.
Regardless, he's back.
Now he loved playing under Blake Harrell. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Blake Harrell that was the problem. Obviously, he's back.
Right. He wouldn't have come back if it was Blake that was the issue. Obviously.
Right.
Regardless of his impact, or at least on the field, I do think he's going to bring a certain level of Yoda in that locker room. Right. So much experience, so much expertise, a level of leadership, a level of like maturity that he's going to be able to give to some of these young guys. And obviously, I do want him to come in and ball out and go back to being kind of Tegan Wilk that we can rely on. But just him being in that room with a lot of unproven guys to be able to kind of calm the seas a little bit, I think that's going to help out a lot as well.
For sure. KJ Merrill, another true freshman contributor from last year. He'll still be on the 2 deep for the Pirates this year at cornerback. Played in all 13 games last year. Earned his first varsity letter after logging 278 total snaps, 127 on defense, 151 on special teams, 13 tackles, 8 solo, 1.5 tackles for loss for 3 yards coming in the season opener against Norfolk State. And then recorded at least 1 tackle in 7 of 13 games, multiple in 3 games. And then another transfer already. Jonathan Jean, grad transfer from Rice. This is a big get. I mean, he's had a considerable amount of playing time at the D1 level at Rice. He played in 27 games with 9 starts, 56 career tackles, including 4.5 tackles for loss, 5 pass breakups, and 1 forced fumble. 669 career snaps played over his 3 years in Houston with the Owls of Rice. Don't confuse that with the Houston Cougars. Booked at least 1 tackle in 20 of 27 games, multiple tackles in 11 games, and already get this, 11 tackles against Tulane in 2023.
Yeah, that's a lot of tackles. That's a lot of tackles. In one game, he was all over the field.
I've always said that for my DBs, I don't like a high tackle number. I don't like a high tackle number. A high tackle number to me with a DB, sometimes it's like how much of that was them catching the ball on you though.
Right. I get that.
It's always a double-edged sword. Like you got to watch the tape on the DB. You got to watch the
if
tape
it's not within 10 yards or less. That means you was just out there getting burned. Yeah,
right.
Like that should be a stat.
That should be a stat.
I didn't even think that's a great perspective. I didn't think about it like that.
Like
I've always thought about that. As a former old lineman, I used to think tackles for D linemen and linebackers got you.
Very important. Yeah.
But that number for a cornerback, boy, y'all need to be catching the ball.
Catching the ball or pass
breakups. Yeah.
Pass breakups and deflections.
Right.
Like I'm sure there's somebody out there with advanced analytics that has that stat. Like, okay, this is a DB that has like coverage tackles versus like I don't even, what would you call it? Like
I don't even know what you would call it outside of,
but all right, this is the Boneyard podcast stat. Maybe we should just start tracking it. How many tackles do you make when you get mossed and you have to tackle somebody?
That's only count as half a tackle.
Because you got beat.
I think we're on to something here.
I mean,
that's actually a good perspective. I like that. Yeah, because that actually.
I've never thought about it that way.
No, I've always
a full tackle if you gave up a 30-yard, 40-yard bomb. Yeah, so.
If it's a 75-yard bomb and they was on the one, like come on now, that shouldn't count. Like that.
But see, like we need like chase tackles. So like you're chasing somebody's
coverage.
Right, you're chasing somebody down from the other side of the field, and you track them down and you take them down, stopping a scoring chance. Yeah, I don't know. We need to workshop this and sell it to some
analytical company.
The all 22
PFF has the money. PFF has the money. I'll take it.
I'm sure. How do they not have a stat for this already? I mean, come on. And you know when a guy's going like in a draft room and they're going for their draft meetings. Yeah. You had 11 tackles in this game, but 9 of them were Boneyard podcast coverage tackles.
Also had 3 touchdowns scored on you in that game. So
yeah. Like you alone allowed 200 yards of offense on you, but you got 22 tackles. Like, so I mean, I guess you
that QB was eating you alive, but you got 22 tackles.
I mean, do you take it?
Now, this is not to say that we're shitting on Jonathan Gino. All right, he can still.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
What we need to do,
this
John,
is my overall disdain for a DB.
Josh, what we need to do is we need to go watch the film of that game.
Gotta find it.
I mean, it's got to be on ESPN Plus, I would think. Rice Tulane. Surely you can find.
Yeah.
Surely you can go back and watch that on demand. I wish you could watch the all 22 for college. I feel like Josh is somebody that subscribes to it for the NFL. Maybe not.
I did. I did it for 2 seasons.
I would love to do that for college, just to be able to break down game film. We need to do that.
That would be nice. No,
we need to go watch that game and then figure out how many of those are Boneyard podcast coverage tackles versus. We still got to figure out the other name. All right. Anything else, Artie, on the DBs?
I got nothing else. I will do a quick shout out. I did just see what Brandon Avery posted in the group chat. I kind of like that. The TAM, tackle after Moss.
Tackle after Moss.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that, Brandon.
Cover your ass. Got Moss and track 'em. Tackles after blown coverage. We'll workshop it.
Yeah.
We'll workshop it. All right. Artie, last week, the American Athletic Conference, formerly the American Athletic Conference, put out on socials something to turn on your notifications. They're making an announcement. And the group chat immediately blew up. What's the announcement? What's happening? What are we doing? And immediately I said, they're going to rebrand.
Yeah, probably.
I called that.
You did. You did. You. I mean, you said that immediately. It's a rebrand.
And I almost said that they're dropping Athletic. Like, nobody called them the American Athletic Conference. They called them the American Conference or the American. And so that's what they've done. The American Conference has rebranded to the American, a clear name. They've retired the Athletic and AAC. That's always a mouthful. That AAC is always hard to say. Yeah. People get it confused with the ACC.
Yeah, being so close to that, it should never been a thing anyway.
It'll now be referred to the American Conference on the first reference and simply the American or American thereafter. So when we say the American Conference, okay, we're talking about the American from there on out. I'm going to mess it up. I promise you. Hopefully we don't get any cease and desist and get in any trouble with the conference. I'm going to do my best. Chuck, Tim, I promise to do my best. Rally call. The league has a new tagline. Built to rise. Do we still think that we'll see the did they ever retire the P6 stickers on the helmets? I feel like I remember seeing those still last year.
Yeah, those have been gone for I think 2 years.
Have they?
That can't be a thing anymore.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that went away like 2 years ago.
Anyways,
it was quiet, real quiet.
Now the tagline, the hashtag is Built to Rise.
Built to Rise.
Which is resilient by design, purpose-driven in action, and constantly innovating across collegiate athletics. They're grounded in a clear brand ethos and core pillars. The American is now guided by a focused brand ethos with a new mission, vision, and purpose, empowered by 3 core pillars: innovation, grit, and service. This reads like a bad company corporate onboarding manual.
Yeah, it does.
And then a bold new visual identity. New wordmark logo reflects the Americans' legacy and progression, starting with the iconic primary angular mark A, which now leads the word American. And then, of course, Soar the Eagle, the first ever conference mascot. How is this the first conference mascot?
This is pretty unnecessary, if I can be honest with you. It's pretty unnecessary. I don't think people were clamoring for a conference.
It got people around college football and college athletics talking. I don't know if it was all good. Look, Josh, while we're putting in interview requests this week, can we put in one for Soar the Eagle? Maybe a pretty boring interview, but we need to get him on the podcast. Just have him sitting there. Just
see that's the question. Do they have the suits? And if so, will there be one at every conference game?
I think they should.
I think they have to. I mean, you can't have the mascot and then it not be at the conference game.
It runs out. Actually, you have 2 suits, and they both run out to midfield and fight each other instead of a coin toss.
Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Just throwing it out there.
but they should run out with the home team from the tunnel. I would love to see Sword run out with PD the Pirate.
Ugh. People hate it. There's people that are out there hating on Soar.
I mean, it's just
I like Soar.
It's not needed. It's a little gimmicky, maybe a lot gimmicky. I don't. What am I supposed to do with a conference mascot? Why am I supposed to be excited about that?
I don't know. I like it. I think it's interesting. I do.
Teach it so.
The American, much like Southern biscuits, built to rise.
Brought to you by Bojangles.
Biscuitville.
Biscuitville for sure.
Yeah, but like Bojangles is like it's still a little bit bigger, so you're touching more parts of it.
Well-known.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
So
I mean, they got Bojangles in New Jersey now. Come on now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Can I say, maybe a hot take? I had Bojangles last night for dinner. It's all right.
It wasn't hitting?
Man, I swear, if AI is going to take any jobs,
It doesn't need to be taken by order.
At least it'll hopefully get my order right.
Yeah, do the drive-through orders.
Like, I asked for double barbecue sauce with my Supremes.
Did you have the AI or did you have a person?
I had a person, and then I got up to the window, and she was throwing her hands up, throwing a fit over whoever she was talking to. I was watching her. She was pissed off at the person she was talking to, taking their order. And then she went to hand me my food, and I said, "Is that extra barbecue sauce in there?" And she went back and put a barbecue sauce in there. I got home. That was the only barbecue sauce. Had I not asked, I wouldn't have had any.
Oh, she wasn't gonna give you none, brother.
I was like,
you was gonna be eating some dry tenders.
Oh,
some real dry tenders.
Artie, Josh, I am a signature member at Chick-fil-A. Have been for the last 5 years.
Red Star.
No, I mean, yeah, I have. They should throw out a red carpet when I walk into Chick-fil-A. They should. And I was looking last week. I have 106,000 lifetime points for Chick-fil-A. That's absurd. It's absurd.
Yeah, because I think I may have a couple thousand. No,
I've got 6,000 sitting in my account right now. I could buy the whole podcast dinner for free. The mobile through. Have y'all used this?
Oh yeah, I use it all the time.
Why, if one, I'm a signature member, show me some respect. Why am I waiting longer than the peasants going through the regular?
Because everyone's trying to use that line. They ordered ahead and now they're using the.
No, Artie, that's not it. That's not it. I got to thinking last night. Because I was already heated about the Bojangles thing. I was like, you go back.
Chick-fil-A because you had to wait 10 minutes for some food.
Listen, Artie, listen to me. We always talk about Chick-fil-A's customer service, and by all means, it's probably better than everywhere else. Here's the problem with Chick-fil-A over the last 5 years. Chick-fil-A, if you're listening,
what are you about to say?
Here's some free consultative advice.
There's still nowhere even close to Chick-fil-A customer service. Not even close.
What are you about to say?
The problem consistently for Chick-fil-A has been their drive-through times. And I get it. They're my pleasure. They got to tell my pleasure to everybody. They're walking to your car. They're walking. Just hand it through the damn window. I get it. I get it.
Would you rather have somebody cursing you out at the Popeyes window, throwing your food at you? Is that what you rather have? Eating your barbecue sauce?
The reason they instated this mobile through is because I don't think it goes against their drive-through time. So it speeds up their drive-through time so that now when people are doing the drive-through, their drive-through analytics are better because more people are doing the mobile through. But that's why they prioritize getting those people in the drive-through their food faster. When I'm using mobile through to make the whole system should be easier. You know that I'm there. You know I'm sitting there. Hand me my food and let me get the hell out of here. Sorry for cussing about the Lord's chicken.
I will say it works best at the Chick-fil-A's that still have the single line for pickup, because then I scan my mobile through. But
where the hell are you going where they have one line at Chick-fil-A?
No. It's two lines to order, but it's only one line to pick up the food. Like because they renovated it, but it still just has that one lane for pickup. So it's still two order lanes. So I still pass everybody else that's ordering.
Now, yeah, that makes sense.
I get into the single lane ahead of everybody.
That makes sense.
That one I like, but we also have one where it has the mobile through that's a separate lane the whole time, and that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
those are two separate types stuff.
Hell, we got one that doesn't even have mobile through. They just renovated. It doesn't have mobile through.
Wouldn't go. I just wouldn't go.
What? And then you go in there and they start to put the little thing on your car, and you're like, "What's the name for your order?" Yeah, I have a mobile order. They take that thing off so quick. I think I've got about 10,000 points right now, just sitting and waiting. We eat a lot of Chick-fil-A around here. No free ads. Actually, Chick-fil-A, if you want to sponsor us, by all means.
Go ahead and sponsor the Boneyard podcast.
By all means. All right. What else we got? Anything else on the rebrand? Anything else that we didn't cover? Media Day this week. Media Days. Josh, what are we doing at Media Days?
So we are doing whatever we want. The only thing that we really have to do is we got a time slot with the EC representatives. We got both Raheem and Caton, and we got head coach Blake Harrell.
Our guys
for interview. That's on Friday morning. Otherwise, we're just there for the festivities.
Love it.
Soaking it in.
I'm excited. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see all the reps from around the conference all in one place.
Yeah.
So if y'all have any questions that y'all want us to ask, DM us, tweet at us. All right. What's next on the docket? Anything else?
That's it.
Real quick, there's no as far as we've been told, there's no media poll this year. And I know the Roost guys, if you remember when we previewed Rice last year, we had the Roost on. They're putting one together. We voted in it. Expect that to come out Friday, the same day that it would normally come out. All right, walk the plank. Artie, do you have a walk the plank?
Yeah, I've got to walk the plank. It's kind of a. I don't know who's walking the plank here, but we tweeted it out earlier. This whole Memphis fiasco with wanting to leave the American Athletic Conference, and then obviously on Twitter, X, I should say, their admin saying committed to the American Conference, and obviously you're not fucking committed to the American Conference. You wanted to pay $200 million just to get out the American Conference. And hey, look, I don't blame that. I really don't. I don't blame wanting to find greener pastures, wanting to go to a bigger conference. If ECU had an opportunity to go to a bigger conference, they'd take it. They'd be idiotic to not take it. But I don't know who this speaks more on. Does it speak more on Memphis for being so desperate that they wanted to pay $200 million just to get to the Big 12, which is still a second fiddle conference compared to the Big 10 and the SEC, or does it speak to the American Conference that Memphis wanted to pay that much money just to get out of your conference? So that's where I'm kind of like, damn, who's really walking the plank here? But that whole fiasco is hilarious to me.
Yeah, that news kind of came out of the blue yesterday. Of course, the American's doing its whole rebrand thing, and then out of nowhere, you see Memphis is offered to pay $200 million to join the Big 12. Not to mention, they were going to have to pay the American Athletic Conference exit fees.
Right. Like they were trying to pull a SMU, but didn't have the
and also cool. not take any distribution, from my understanding, for the first 3 or 4 years in the Big 12.
Right.
And then at the end of 2031, I believe, when the grant of rights ends for the Big 12 and also the American, they could be told, hey, kick rocks, and get kicked out for nothing. Josh, did I read that correctly? Did I understand that correctly?
Yeah, that's what the story is. Yes,
it was a no lose situation for the Big 12, really, and they still said we're not interested.
It said no. Wow. Which
they got enough mouths to feed.
Yeah, that is true. Which you think of one school that would have a good shot of getting into the Big 12 would be Memphis. So if they ain't got no chance of getting there right now,
I think 2031 is going to be a wild year, and I think the Big 12 is looking to see if teams start leaving the ACC, if they can grab a couple more of those ACC teams.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I expect to happen. They're thinking that the SEC and Big Ten are going to do to the ACC what they did to the Pac-12 and bring in the high dollar schools, and then they were going to grab whatever was left of the ACC and bring them into what's left of the Big 12. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. But we'll see. I'll say mine. The MLB All-Star Game was last week. Home Run Derby was last week. Why can we not just go back to the 10 outs format in the Home Run Derby? So much better, so much more entertaining. You get 10 outs to hit as many home runs as you can. What is all this timing and timeout and all this other BS? Like, no. Go up there, take your swings, hit as many home runs as you can. That's all I'm asking for. I don't know.
You don't like to be able to take time out?
No, I don't like that it's time. You have a timer, so you have 3 minutes. I think it was 3 minutes. And I believe you had 40 pitches. And so as soon as your time started, every pitch was counted. You had if you had all 40 pitches before the end of your time, you got all 40 pitches and you left time on the board. If you didn't get all 40 of your pitches, maybe your pitcher's slow, or maybe you have to, because I think you have to wait till the ball hits the ground to throw the next pitch. Maybe you hit some moon shots and you're waiting longer for the ball to land. Like you're losing time. And so then you don't get all of your pitches. To me, just throw until the guy doesn't hit 10 of them out. Right? He gets 10 outs. You hit a foul ball, that's an out. You swing and miss, that's an out. You hit a grounder up the middle, that's an out. That's how it used to be when we were a proper nation. That's how it used to be. Now,
I still don't mind the home run derby though. It's still entertaining.
It's entertaining, yeah, but like the timing of it, it all just everything we've done to baseball already is try to rush it. I'm okay with the pitch clock.
Nobody wants to watch a 4-hour baseball game.
I'm okay with the pitch clock. I've said that. But like, don't mess with the home run derby. Is nothing sacred anymore?
No.
That's I don't know. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that agree with me. Like MLB, just go back, make it right. Because then you still get, if you hit like so many over a certain distance, you still get extra time and extra pitches. It's insane. It doesn't make sense. None of it. I don't know. Just give me, and then you get the 9 outs, and then each on that 10th out, you get like the gold ball or whatever, and that means that it counts for 2 or something like that.
Did you at least like the hit off at the end of the All-Star game?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't watch it? Oh, okay.
I was playing college football. I haven't watched much baseball this year. I'll be honest. The Braves suck.
Your Braves aren't good.
Yeah. I got a kid. I don't have time to watch it. So, yeah, that's my walk the plank. MLB, fix it. Also, Chick-fil-A, fix the mobile through.
Josh, anything?
Not a walk the plank, but we did miss a couple of things in the notes. I just wanted to just quickly bring attention to ECU's 2025 Hall of Fame class was announced today.
Oh, how did I miss that?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Yes.
No, you're right. I missed it. I even said before we need to talk about this.
Yeah, because we definitely said we were going to talk about that.
So just to name them off, you got Tanita Butts Townsend. You got Shane Carden, Justin Hardy, Dwayne Harris, Terry Holland, and Daniel Moore, all being inducted this year. All of them well deserved.
Yes.
All of them well deserved. This is probably like
goated.
This is probably
one of the best class.
I think so.
The absolute goated ECU Hall of Fame.
I mean, Terry Holland, Dwayne Harris, Shane Carden, and Justin Hardy alone. Like, and you just what a great job by ECU going and doing Shane Carden and Justin Hardy at the same time.
The same class. Yeah.
That is how it should be.
Yep.
The pop that they're going to get inside Dowdy Ficklen Stadium when they're like announced, it's going to sound like the guy from Towson getting his head knocked off.
Yeah, no, that's going to be dope. And then you throw in, like you said, Dwayne Harris, Terry Holland in there as well. So
one
great class.
One friend of the podcast and potentially one future friend of the podcast. No spoilers. All right, Josh, thank you for bringing that up. I completely missed that in the notes, and I know we said before we were going to talk about it. This is the longest podcast episode we've done in a little bit now. So, Josh, you had something else?
One more note. Jeez. Student Pirate Club's going on sale. Guys, do you remember the price of Student Pirate Club when you were in school?
I want to say freshman year is $50.
Right. And then it went up to 60 like your junior year, right?
I don't know.
55?
I think it was 55 junior or senior year.
I just not paid for it.
My question is, why is it currently $60 for the year? Raise that bitch up. Raise it up. Raise your revenue. All right. Bro, it's been $60 since I was in school. It's been about 10 years. Bring it up. Inflation. Keep up.
I see where you go from.
I'm just saying, like,
but Josh, let's be honest.
what is it really doing to help the student? Nothing. I get it, right? But still, if they're gonna pay for it,
But what are you trying to raise it to? Because it can't be astronomical. Otherwise, these kids are gonna be like,
it's 180 for 4 years. They got a deal 180 for 4 years. Come on now.
How about
that should be that? I think that should be probably 400 for 4. Or you could do $100 a year, and then make the 4 year $300 since they want to give 1 year for free on the deal.
what? Okay, if somebody came up to you and freshman year and they're like, sign up for the Student Pirate Club, you can get 4 years locked in for $400. Heads up, we're thinking about raising the prices. So if you don't lock that in, it may be $125 a year. Man,
as an 18-year-old already, I'd have told him to kiss my ass and I'd have kept walking. To be honest with you.
That's true. These are college students.
I took kiss my ass. Maybe mom and dad would pay for it, but not really. So
you pay for it out of your meal plan.
I'm just saying. The price should not. I just don't think it should still be the same as when I was in school. That's just my feelings.
Honestly, it should all be, and I get why we do it. The Student Pirate Club, all it does is guarantee you a ticket to a football game. I get that. Now, I think that there should be some more perks there with it.
Oh, this year they're offering a trip to NC State for like 110
people or $110?
$110. A charter bus to the NC State game.
Am I at least getting Chick-fil-A?
Was I get some food? I get any
cookout?
All I get is a bus ticket.
No, it's $110 for the bus ticket. It's $110 for the bus and the game ticket. Game ticket alone, $70.
Okay. And then your transportation down there. I mean, guess it's what you're gonna pay probably anyway. But at least throw in a meal to throw some food.
The thing is though, is that the game is sold out. So really, I mean, now secondhand tickets is going to be up because it's.
What do you think of secondhand tickets going for right now?
I think you can.
Don't say.
Oh.
Artie, I want you to take a guess. What is a secondhand ticket going for NC State ECU week 1?
Anywhere between 175 and 200.
Josh is looking it up. I'm going to say 135. I haven't looked at it. I think that's the lowest get-in price right now, 135.
You're thinking 135. All right, give me 1 second. How much did you say, Artie?
175.
175, and Jared, yours was
135.
135. A single ticket on StubHub or SeatGeek right now is.
I'm seeing 137 on Game Time.
155.
That's
155.
What? I just bought tickets on Game Time for someone else 2 days ago.
No, I've used Game Time plenty of times, but like Game Time's always gonna have like that cheaper. That's not the actual standard of what you would find on StubHub or SeatGeek or whatever.
I am a SeatGeeker.
You get front row or row F, section 5, right behind the ECU bench on the 50-yard line, on the 45-yard line, for $327 a pop.
That's 612, dog. 612 in row B.
Stop it.
There's an ECU fan out there that's about to buy all 4 of those. Grab all 4 of those.
And do it with a smile on their face too.
I mean, in the literal top of the stadium, Artie, this is maybe the highest seat that I've seen. Upper sideline, section 26, row HH. When you start having those double letters, you know you're getting up there. $150.
Yep.
EE 170. Yep.
Mm.
But it's $265 just to go down a couple steps. I mean,
right, just to go down what 8 to 10 rows, another $100. That's wild. It's going to be an electric atmosphere, to say the least.
It's going to be worth the price of admission.
It will be. Over under, how many people get arrested?
Quite a few.
150.
Yeah, it's well over 100. Well, maybe not arrested, but causing some bullshit. Yeah, definitely well over 100. Fights, skirmishes, cuss outs. Yeah,
ejections from the game.
Oh, I'm ejections from the game. That's always going to be just like a standard 2 for me.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a lot. You're going to have a few that are a little too rowdy, but
I mean, it's typically at least one in the student section every game at ECU. Honestly,
yeah,
it's the pre-game fights and the post-game fights after the outcome that you got to worry about.
I was over there this past week. They talk about their tailgate scene. It doesn't do anything for me.
I mean, when we went a few years ago, it was whatever.
I mean, you got one gravel lot, and then you got the Lenovo Center now. That parking lot, but like even that parking lot, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It's not great to me. Nothing stood out. All right. We got anything else?
I got nothing.
That's it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us this week on the Boneyard Podcast. Make sure you follow us on social media at Boneyard Podcast or at the Boneyard Podcast on TikTok. Follow along as we go to the American Conference Media Days. Still getting used to that, Artie. This weekend or this week, Thursday and Friday. I know Josh and I will be there. Artie, are you going to be joining us on Friday?
Unfortunately, I don't know because it's in the morning, and I don't know if I'm gonna get the time. I'm trying to get it, but I don't know if I'm gonna get the time. So it's looking like no.
Calling sick.
Yeah. So I've used a bunch of my PT on sick leave though. So
man, can't take it with you when you go. Yeah, follow us on social media. Make sure you subscribe to the Boneyard Podcast on YouTube and wherever you listen to your podcast. If you don't, you can walk the damn plank. Also, while you're at it, give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Leave us a 5-star review. Even if you're in a giving mood, feel free to leave a comment on Spotify, on Apple. Give us a review. 5 stars. You're a friend of the podcast for life. If not, you can walk the damn plank. Artie, we're closing in on football season, baby.
We are close. It's almost August. I can smell it. Wash your hands, wash your butts, people. We love you, Pirate Nation. Deuce.
And before I go, I want to give a shout out to Pops. Tomorrow is his retirement party from the sheriff's department.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
My father will be retiring August 1st. So shout out to him.
Much deserved. And well earned.
All right. Go damn Pirates.